First things first, guys. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
Long time no see.
Nice to see you again. It's been a long time.
Very good to see you again.
Many things changed since last time. We are more handsome, first of all.
And more skilled as well?
Yeah, and more rich.
Not more skilled, just more rich.
Well, we're not here for just for any reason. You have a new album out, or there's a new album coming.
Yeah.
So
it's not new. It's old, like 3 weeks already.
3 weeks already.
Or 2 weeks.
Do you remember kind of the first movie you went to see in cinemas when you were younger?
First movie. I think one of the first was Free Willy.
Okay.
You remember?
Sure.
Yeah, I was crying like a baby.
Well, when you jumped over.
Yeah. Ah.
Free Willy.
You know about the orc, the whale.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
And for you, Stjepan?
What was my first movie? Oh, it was some Croatian.
Okay.
Or Serbian. Ko to tamo pjeva?
Ah.
It's a famous.
Old Yugoslavian movie.
Okay.
Ko to tamo peva. It's like.
It was. My father took me to the cinema. I was like really excited.
And even I imagine you were quite young, so even at that time, did you listen a lot to the type of music that would be in those films?
Yeah, I mean, with many films on this album we grew up with.
Okay.
Also went to the cinema, like Titanic, Braveheart, Gladiator in 2000. Schindler's List had very big influence when you are growing up and you watch this movie. And
Godfather.
Godfather.
All three of them. But it's the same music.
Yeah.
Same soundtrack.
Yeah, so we grew up with many of these films. There is some of them are older, like The Deer Hunter, which we watched later in life. And some of them, like TV, is Game of Thrones is popular now. We're watching right now. So all these films and TV on the album, they sort of marked our life. They're part of our life growing up and everything.
And this might sound like a silly question, but how important is music for a movie? And
Well, it's crucial, as much as the picture, I would say, because one without another doesn't really work. Music can really, empower the emotion of the story so much more than just the picture or acting.
And all these movies, they are legendary. And they wouldn't be legendary if they didn't have the soundtracks that they have. Everything has to come together, I think.
so when this, and I believe on your last album, Celloverse, there were already 2 songs by Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
So was that when kind of the idea for doing an album just with film scores was created?
Well, on the previous album we did the tracks that we could do only with 2 cellos. Okay. So they fitted the album because it was only a 2 cellos album. But for a film music only album we needed an orchestra. And we had a chance to work with London Symphony. And that orchestra actually recorded many original soundtracks as well. And they were one of the best in the world, so it was a great privilege to work with them.
How did you come into contact with them? Did you ask them to be, or did they?
Well, through the label,
Okay.
Sony, they reached out to our producer, Nick Patrick, and he assembled a great team, arranger and conductor and recording engineer who recorded the orchestra. He recorded many soundtracks, like more than 100 soundtracks. And he also mixed the album, so we are very happy with the team, with the sound, and we chose the best orchestra that was offered to us, which is London Symphony.
Right.
We had other options, but we wanted to work only with the best.
Simply the best. Because we are the best.
Well,
that's why we need the best people around us, don't you think?
Well,
Also the best interviewer.
That always helps. Thank you very much. But being in that kind of setting and then with that orchestra, because obviously you come from a classical background, did it kind of bring back memories of kind of a lot of what you did in your earlier years?
Yes.
Well, the way of playing, it was sort of going back to the roots, more classical way of playing, but at the same time we didn't want to just record pieces that all the cellists play all the time for 200 years, the same recordings, already 100 recordings of same pieces. We want to do something new, make our own arrangements of the most beautiful music there is, which is film music. And that's the way to bring even a wider audience to this great instrument and to what we are doing. We always, whatever we do, we try to make even more people fall in love with what we are doing and great music and cello and spread the love, share the love, passion, music.
Feel the world, make it a better place.
But do you because that is an interesting point, because like you said, you try to appeal to as broad an audience as you can. But then is that difficult because people have certain notions about classical music and cello, and
it's not difficult if you do it from the heart and try to touch the audience in their heart. If you do something honestly, with passion, love, and if you enjoy it, then the audience will enjoy it and feel it as well. But
passion is common language. Everyone understands passion, love, and joy of performing. This has no boundaries. Everyone, it's just.
And good music, beautiful music, has no boundaries.
Right.
In classical music, they often force the listeners with some pieces that are not even beautiful or interesting. They just play them because they are classical music.
Right.
So, but there is so much other music that is beautiful in film, in rock, pop, that appeals to a much wider audience because it is beautiful. Beauty has no border.
And then when you play a lot of shows all over the world, so do you see that in your audience, that it can range from little kids to...
Yeah, everyone from 7 to 77, they equally enjoy it. They jump together in a rock part. They smile, they cry, they do everything. All the generations, we unite them all, and they all share the same passion for the music that we play. Our music appeals to absolutely everyone.
And when you started out, did you know that it would work, kind of, combining those elements?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but we don't really think about it. We just do what we love and how we feel.
Anything that comes from the soul communicates to other people. That's it. That's the simple rule. And
sometimes even if you think too much, it's not good.
It's not good to think.
You just feel, let it go, and
yes,
especially when you're on stage.
People think too much.